Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to Minecraft Age of Pirates. And of course, I've timed this awesomely. It's I think nighttime. Anyways, because I'm doing this intro while in bed. Ignore all that. I was doing some terraforming, and I had way too much dirt already. I literally just used World Edit to get rid of dirt, just so I wasn't like constantly running back and forth to chests, trying to fit it everywheres. So, things are different around here, if you might not notice. I went overboard with pathing, just like I did last time, which is when we started on this little building here. Actually need to use the buttons here to open these doors, I keep forgetting. Which is our gunsmith. And, hopefully, I think it's going to be a pretty decent setup for making the black powder we need to make the guns. Here's our, like, finished products we're not currently using. Actually, I think I put my one I was using in there, too. Then we have our design notes and a sink, because we need a lot of water for this process. Then there's this, which has some of the stuff. I've put some ammo. We need nether quartz. The mechanisms. Bombs kind of felt like they fit here. Speaking of which, might as well just toss TNT in there, too. Our gunsmith bench. A book right up here on the wall, and some more storage for both the brewing stand and just miscellaneous. Then, this setup here is needed, I think, for the high-grade black powder, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. You get the medium grade into a block, and you push it down, and you can make these cakes, which you can break down into high-grade black powder. What is the high-grade stuff even used for, specifically? High-grade. High-grade black powder is used for the wheel lock stuff, and some of the it can be used for the flintlock stuff and the wheel lock stuff, it looks like. Which would make sense. As far as I can tell, it's matchlock is the weakest stuff, flintlock is the second best stuff, and then wheel lock is the high-end stuff. So it would make sense that the wheel lock stuff would be locked behind the black powder rather than the high grade rather than like the medium or low grade. That makes sense. But we have that for making high-end black powder, and then we have, oops, 1, 2. I don't remember how many chains I need. I apparently forgot to fix this. So I'm glad I stuck with the 3. So we have that. Hanging our cauldrons above the fire. These we fill up with... God, I still have that on me. These we fill up with niter, boil it from nitrate soil, I think it is. Then it becomes liquid niter, which we turn into solid niter. Or something like that, I don't quite remember. But yeah, this is like a pretty small little building, obviously. Not super extravagant, but that's sort of what I was going for. This is supposed to be like a small little hut. Like, made in stone to, like, encase any incidents. Yeah. This thing has a high probability of just, like, exploding in real life, so you don't want to go too extravagant with it. Then we have our little wheat farm there, and our little sheep paddock. And I still don't really understand what's going on here. I definitely feel like I should be getting niter from this. If we can look at the thing, it's in niter. Nitrate soil can be harvested from niter bedding by right-clicking when a white efflorescence is present on the block. That's what it's talking about, isn't it? I don't think I can change anything with my whale with fluids. Sneaky details. Play mode, toggle, hide from player list. Overlay, that's just formatting. Nope. I'm looking to see if maybe harvestability. Effective tool. No, that doesn't look like it's going to be. The states, maybe? Drop progress. That, did I just, yes, I forgot that I hit cancel instead of save. Great. I don't think any of this is what I'm looking for. Refuse amount 9? What does that even mean? Also, I messed it up, so now I only get the details when I'm sneaking, which is what I'm assuming sneaky details is. Let's fix that. Oh, that was close. Refuse amount 9 versus refuse amount 10. What? Why won't you give me the stuff? I feel like this should be giving me the stuff. Like, there's no... I'll check back in on this one, but I don't think it goes from 1 to yada yada up and not up. I don't think it counts up. I think it just goes from 0 to 9. I think it's like an on or off state. I haven't seen any stages to it. But I feel like we should be getting what we want from these. We're just not. I'll leave it for a little bit longer. I might end up having to, like... I should be getting it. I should be getting it, so I might end up having to give myself it whenever that happens. I'll leave it for now. Maybe there is, like, a third stage that it needs to hit for. But anyways, besides that little work, I went overboard on pathing. And planning again. So... what changed from last time? Let's go from here. I had these paths planned out at the end of last episode, but I didn't quite have them filled out. So we have this going up to here. We still need to, like, fill in the actual docking on this side, obviously. But then we have this pathway leading out past what will be the guard station and whatever I'm putting there. And I've brought it out a little bit past where those are going to end. It's probably going to be like a couple more blocks before we get to the prison, which is going there. Anyways, then we have this path here, going up to those staircases, and then there's several paths leading over here. Actually, I think everything in, like, this section, or this existed, most of this existed up until here. It actually hasn't even updated on the map. So, like, this existed, this is new, and, like, most of this is new. So, here is where our old path ended. I think we actually... and then I just, like, cut away most of this land. Like, there's a hillside here, and there is no longer a hillside. Then I, like, brought the path out, and I figured, oh, I'll bring it in a little bit, and I'll put in, like, a couple little market stalls here, maybe, or maybe a couple more small houses. Then it comes over to this side, where it leads up to these stairs, which also connect over there. And I figured this is going to be the main road out of town. We're going to have this go out over there, and somewhere's over there, it's going to hit, like, a little farming district. But besides that, this goes over there. Then we have this little pathway here. I figured this is a nice thing. This is where we're putting the, like, main, either town hall or main manor for the person who would be running the town. Like a governor's house or whatever. And I figured I'd give it this nice pathway, and eventually we'll build this. This is probably our next major, build. And then we just have a few little plots to fill out. Like, this is going to be the infirmary. This is going to be the armory. Wait, no, this is the blacksmith. This is the armory and guardhouse. Not entirely sure what this one's going to be, but this one is going to be, like, some smaller housing units. I guess I could do it as, like, 2 or 3, like, big ones. But instead, what I was planning is we're going to make, like... I have it set up from these dirt blocks. I don't actually have... I have some gravel on me. I'll use that. So, like, so I don't actually have the gravel to, like, fully box out these. But yeah, so I was going to make, like, this for, double jumped when I didn't mean to. These 4 blocks here are going to be one house. These 4 blocks here are going to be one house. These 4 blocks here are going to be one house. Like, these are legitimately just, like, vanilla village size buildings I'm planning out for this little plot here. And then either doing more small little housing units or maybe like a small shop or 2 here. I'll think of something with this one. It might be 2 slightly larger houses. Although it is very close to the blacksmith shop and the fumes coming out of this, which would probably be pretty toxic. So, refuse amount 1. Oh, sorry, I have the sniffles. I totally just sniffled in the microphone, didn't I? Sorry about that. So these do go 1 through 9. They just stay at 9, and at that point they don't do anything. Okay, I should be getting it from this. It's literally been at 9 for like 2 hours now. That's how long I've been working on pathings and stuff. So I'm just going to. How I'm going to do it is I'm going to break it, and then for every time one of these blocks hits 9, because apparently they just don't go up to 10, and even when they're at 9, it's not working right. Every time one of those goes up to 9, I'm going to break it, and then I'm going to count it as I gathered this niter. Like, do I want to do it? I really should just be getting it. The whole breaking it thing would be just to like reset the timer, so I'm not just like, oh, I've already claimed this one. Whatever. I thought that was a monster for a second, not a person. So I also didn't really have much planned out for this episode. I spent so long just at work on here. Oh yeah, that's also another thing. Chloe grew up. Chloe's now an adult. Actually a mason. I have the grindstone set up in the warehouse. Oh boy, that is still so unsettling. Anyways, didn't really plan out anything for this episode. I just knew I for transparency, it's 1 a.m. now. I've been on here for like a couple hours now, hoping to set things up to like actual record this episode. And then I sort of lost track of time working on stuff and not getting to a point where I felt like I had a good idea what I'm recording, so I just got into it hoping something would come to me. But yeah, these have literally been stuck at 9 for like hours now, and they're not going up to 10. So I'm going to break these whenever they hit 9, and then for every one of these that I break, I'll get a niter, and then I'll place them back down, and once they get back to 9. So 1, 2, sheep. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I'm giving myself 15 of that now at this point. Because apparently something is broken with this mod. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. There we go. I would prefer not cheating, but if the game breaks, I have no problem with it. So anyways, we now have 15 of this stuff. If we... Wait, no. No, that's not the right thing. I'm supposed to get nitrate soil instead. Nitrate soil can be harvested from niter bedding when it gets to white stuff. That obviously didn't happen. So we gotta do this the right way at least. If I can... I actually gave myself too much. Go away. So, let's do this the right way. Nitrate soil. Nitrate soil can be harvested from that when you right-click it. It's supposedly. To collect liquid niter, one must brew nitrated soil gathered from niter bedding in a brewing stand with water bottles beneath, leaching the niter from the soil. So we do that. We should get 3 liquid niter. Or 3 bottles of liquid niter. Give that a second. Then you crystallize it by boiling the liquid. Liquid is boiled by placing a suitable heat source beneath the cauldron. Yeah. So let's grab these. Okay. I was thinking, okay, this seems like it's going to be pretty cheap, actually. I actually need... I have infinite water here, which is nice. So... when that starts bubbling, then when I right-click it, I should get a crystal. Which then... if we go over to medium grade, we need charcoal. Oh, I need to set up a furnace and get some wood in here. Sulfur, I think is... yeah, that's a mortar and pestle and nether quartz. I already have nether quartz in here. So we need a mortar and pestle as well. Which is... here it is. Fine, guess I'll look it up in here. If I remember correctly, it's when I was looking at it before, it's like 3 pieces of granite or something like that. Yeah, 3 polished granite and a lever. I can get that, no problem. I keep forgetting that there's a button on this thing. And I can't just like right-click those reinforced doors. Which is nice, because it keeps villagers from wandering in there. And that doesn't seem like a place where you'd want villagers all the time. Anyways... granite. I already have polished granite. I thought I did. I wasn't quite sure, though. Then I need some cobble. There it is. Yeah. It's still so disturbing. I am not a fan of that. Anyways. I'm glad I remembered this now. So, just grab... I suppose I should put like a regular crafting table in here too. Like so. And we need to make a lever. Use this and this to make it a mortar and pestle. Have our liquid niter. Okay, it's just the 3. I wasn't sure. I figured I'd try putting another one there. That apparently takes a little bit. I wasn't sure how long it was going to take, but it seems like it's probably going to be a couple minutes. I'll just keep making it as I go. So anyways, mortar and pestle. I have wood on me, right? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll make a second one. A second furnace. And I guess I'll just start with 16 charcoal. Probably more than I need for right now. So and so. And I'll hold on to... I guess I should probably keep cobble on me at all times. I should probably store some gunpowder here. Oh. Oh, that's a lot more than I was expecting. Okay. Huh? How did that... Okay, I'm starting to believe that maybe I was supposed to lose the betting. Anyways, that doesn't change how much I should have right now. So we have 12 of this stuff now. Oh, I see. When it boils down a little bit, it pops, and then it goes through it goes through a bottle at a time, and it'll give you apparently a random amount between. Well, we got a 12 and an 8, so I guess the random amount between 12 and 8 currently. We'll know more once we get more. Let's grab our charcoal out of here. I wasn't expecting to get that much of that, honestly. And let's grab out some nether quartz. I guess I'll use a whole stack of it to make some sulfur. So we need to do this. Oh, I hit. Yeah, we need to do it in Gunsmith's Bench. Like so and so. 2 stacks of sulfur. That will suffice for now. So that one gave us 9. So it's going to be a random amount somewhere around. I don't need to do this. I'll do one more though. So we'll give you a random amount somewhere around 10 apparently. But anyways, let's get back to our black powder. Do we just have everything at this point? Niter, charcoal, sulfur, and a mortar and pestle. We're gonna need to make a couple of these apparently. I was not expecting I was not expecting to run out of charcoal first, actually. That was not the expected outcome here. Apparently I'm going to need a lot more wood than I currently have going. But currently we have 48 medium grade black powder, which is nice. Which is used for the matchlock stuff, wheel lock. Oh, actually, wheel lock and flintlock both come into this category. I'd like to take a look at the old guns mod real quick. Firearm repair kit. We might want to look into making one of these. It's a piece of wool, a log, a lever, not a leather. Ugh. Slime ball, leather, stick. I guess it did take both a leather and a lever. Then we have the flintlock stuff, the wheel lock stuff, and the matchlock stuff. That one gave us 15. Nice. I'm actually going to store this stuff away. And you can go in here. I guess I'll get these last few bottles going, but then I'll say good enough for now. So now we actually have some higher grade gunpowder coming along. Block of medium grade. Let's see if we can't make some high-end stuff. Like, what specifically needs the high-grade stuff? Because it seems like the high-grade stuff and the medium-grade stuff is interchangeable for most things. So, let's go straight to the end. You are either... Use. So far, I'm kind of wondering what the use of the high-grade stuff is. So far, everything that uses medium grade can use high grade. Except for the wheel lock hand mortar, which you apparently can't make or load. I'm literally just going through everything. No, everything that uses high end can use medium grade. Or yeah. And then the matchlock stuff can't even use the high end stuff. So why would I make the high-end stuff? I don't think I get more. So I suppose I could make it just to like show off making it. Fine, I'll make one batch of the stuff just to like show it off. So I need one of these. Let's yeah, it needs to be wet. Oh, it actually just breaks down into that. I'm assuming it works like concrete, so I need a bucket of water. That's... Oh. Oh. Okay, half slabs and barrel and cauldrons are stopping it. Let's just do that. I hit one instead of Q. Okay. It's... Oh wait, no, dear. That's not how concrete works, is it? Yeah. What high-grade black powder cake, which just gets put in here. Does it not? Do you break it? High grade. Okay, crushing surface. Oh, the mortar and pestle. Supposedly. And it doesn't want to work, of course. This mod is cool. Oh, high grade black powder cake. How do I dry it off? Right click, one must crush a block of wet, using a piston and an obsidian surface. So... yeah, I have wet high grade. How do I make it not wet high grade? I'm gonna take a shot and say that doesn't work. Yeah. Putting gunpowder in a furnace, probably not a great idea. Wet high grade. How do I get regular high grade? Oh, this mod's so cool, but it just doesn't work right. It's frustrating. It's so frustrating. The cake is broken into powder after drying. How do I dry it? Do I just like leave it out for a while? Maybe? I guess that would make sense. Dry false. Okay. So I have that going. I guess I should probably leave like a... That will eventually dry, I think, just by being left out. Hopefully that's how it works. Otherwise, I don't have a clue. But anyways, we have the high-end black powder going on now. I haven't found any of the lead. Ugh. This mod doesn't have ores. This mod doesn't have a lead ore, so how do you get the lead from this mod? Firearms. Oh, it's not even on. It's not even actually in here. Okay, so I think it's been a while since this mod was updated. I think it was like maybe early 2022 or 2021. I don't remember. Definitely been a while, but there's definitely some things that were considered adding in, but didn't quite make it. And I'm not sure if it was like fully abandoned, but it has been a while. But anyways, we have high-end black powder now. Oh yeah, there's also the cap lock mechanism, which we have a couple, but they don't actually have a use. Like, there's no cap lock guns, only flintlocks, wheel locks, and matchlock. But there we go. Pick up some more of this. One more bottle to go in afterwards. This can go in here. Yeah, it's a random number. Somewhere's around 10. Somewhere's in the range of 10. So, actually, we have this. The Duckfoot Derringer. We didn't have the right gunpowder for this before, but now we do. And it just needs a small iron or lead musket ball. Obviously, we're going to have to go with iron. 4 iron nuggets. That's whatever. We're just going to move over. We're just going to keep probably like 16 blocks of iron over here. So let's go in like here, I guess. But I guess we'll start with these. 47. 22 small iron musket balls, which are used for buckshot of varying sizes or flintlock pistols, or pistols in general. Glock Derringer, pistols, arquebuses, Derringers. Yeah, okay. So now, go. How do I load this thing? Yeah, it's just going to be like that. 1, 2, 3. And the Duckfoot Derringer. This is actually a weird one, because this thing is actually real, and if you look up a picture, they look really weird. It's like a really old, like, 3-barrel gun. And I think, oops. And I think each barrel actually fired separately, if I remember correctly. But anyways. Oh, that's 10 damage. Oh, okay. I guess not every bullet fires separately. That's going to be something to keep in mind. It fires all 3 shots at once. Okay. I'll just finish you off. So I'm assuming this thing's probably going to have to be pretty short range if you want full damage. I think only 1 shot hit and it did 10 damage. So, if we do like that, we're super close up. 3 20s. Okay. That's actually really good. Oh, it only has 24 shots, though. We're definitely going to have to look into mending books. Those would be nice. Piercing, punch, and unbreaking. I didn't realize the guns could get punch on them. Okay. So that's really cool to actually think about. If we need something to go down fast, pull out this fully loaded, point blank, shoot it, and it will just take like 60 damage. Granted, that's unarmored. But, armor only does so much. I mean, hold on a second. I think I can armor the armor stands, can I? If I remember correctly. Oh, this might be a little bit of a waste. But I do need new armor anyways. I think mine is pretty broken up. So if I think this works, right? Yeah. Testing time. We're actually slowly eating through the gunpowder. Fully loaded. So now that's 14 armor bars, so that's 7, right? It's 2 per. 3 14s. That is still 32 damage, which is still enough to one-shot most things. And, well, I guess the stuff from the, what's it called? Dungeons the Rise mod. Some of that stuff has, like, boosted health, plus armor. But even still, a skeleton with, like, let's say they have mostly, we fought, like, skeletons with, like, 40 health and full gold armor. Gold armor's only, like, 5? So that's, like, worse armor than that. You're still doing most of their health in one shot. Which is, like, really cool. Anyways. Actually, in the high-end stuff here now, I'm actually... What else do we test out? I'll just keep the armor... I'll keep this extra armor out. I think we're good with the book, though. Did I miss it? Did I miss picking one of those up and it, like, went into the fire? Like that? Yeah, probably. What do I need for this? Do I need, like, a sponge or something? If so, that's ridiculous. Anyways... Let's take a look at what else there is. So, we have... a double barrel blunderbuss. That thing's going to be super close range, but do a lot of damage. The regular blunderbuss of the same type. Going to be less damage, because obviously it's only one shot instead of two. Same short range. It's just going to be probably a little bit more cheaper to fire. Oh, actually, it just holds one shot rather than two. Maybe it fires both shots at once, though. Flintlock long musket. I am actually a fan of the long musket. They have really good damage, plus they get, obviously, extra range. So, I think I'm actually going to look into making the flintlock long musket as well. Which is flintlock mechanism. We have 5 of those, so that's going to be fine. There's also the... Can we not actually make the wheel lock stuff? Oh, we can. We just don't have wheel lock mechanisms. That's a lot of stuff to look at. Wheel lock musket versus flintlock long musket. Let's make both. We'll make and see which one is actually the better of the two. Because I think the book just says there's different types. I don't think it... Let's see. Almost reloaded. Modifications can be applied to allow breech loading, which allows reloading in a manner similar to the crossbow. Firearms are also limited to the type of propellant that can be used, depending on the type. Wheel locks use medium or high grade. Flintlock use medium or high grade. It doesn't actually say which is better, though. So, let's make a wheel lock long musket and a flintlock long musket real quick. So, flintlock long musket. That's probably going to be the easier of the two to make. Flintlock long musket. Recipes, here it is. We need a large musket ball. Black powder we have. We need large wooden stock. Ugh, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Let me just grab... Oh, this. We need... Oh, it's 3 logs and 2 slabs. I'm fairly certain I have slabs already. I'm not going to make more if I don't need to. While I'm over here... What else? Barrel, which is a bunch of iron. Okay, so that one's going to be relatively no issue. We just need to grab our slabs and logs. Nope, still not used to that. The laughing is bad enough, but when you get that high, it's really concerning. Anyways, I guess I didn't have slabs over there, so gotta get these. Grab these. Have stock. Have... It was like this or something. Was it, I had one too many pieces of, iron there. So we have these in here. And with that, it's just putting them together, right? Yep, so flintlock, long musket. There we go. Gunpowder can go in here. I should probably keep ammo elsewhere. I think ammo can go in here for now. For now, all that can go in there. Now, the wheel lock is same. It's just literally the same. It just requires the... Where's it hard right now? Oh, it's, those. So we have a wooden stock. Then we need to make a... Oh, I wish this thing worked like a regular crafting table, too. So we have that. We just need to make a wheel lock mechanism. But oh boy, that's a lot. I already have flint on me. Yes. Okay. I should probably store some of this in here as well. Just gonna run over and grab those whenever we need to. So I'll keep flint on me. What else? Iron gear sets. A lot of them. And iron trigger, which requires more gears. But that's only... That's 4 gears, and they come in sets of 2, so that's fine. Then we need a tripwire hook, which is no problem, and a lever. Oh, that one went flying pretty far. So, let's get to it. We need more iron. To do... nuggets. Okay. I should open that before I do that. Here it is. Gears. Make 2 sets of those. Then I need stick and this. And like this, right? For a trip hook? Yes. Tripwire hook, rather. So we have that, and with that, do like so, and like so. So we have a flintlock and a wheel lock long musket. Now that's left. Now all that's left to do. Sometimes I get speaking too fast, and words become hard. I need to learn to be slower with it. Charcoal can go in here. Now we need... Okay, 4 pieces of iron. They use the same ammo. It's fine. Okay. So, there's 2. I'm going to make a little bit more than that. Just so I have some more for testing this out with. I guess I'll start with 8. That's 4 to test with either. So it's... Oh, it's 2 pieces of black powder to load it with 1. Okay, so both our flintlock long musket and our wheel lock are loaded up. Guess we'll start with the flintlock, because that's what we have available. This is probably within range. 1 shot. Okay. We're going to need to actually test that against a dummy to see how much damage that actually is. Same range. One shot. Okay. Just so far, both seeming like good options. Ooh, the flintlock has quite a bit more durability, though. I think that's going to be our main point. Well, I tested it on a live subject. We're just going to be testing on target dummies now. So we can turn it daytime. We have extra range. I don't know if these actually do less damage at a high range. This is probably where we hit that first creeper from. So 26. 26. Okay, so it's just the durability then. Maybe there's a slight difference as far as range goes. I'm using a lot of gunpowder for this testing. What is actually the max range on this? It's very tight. Trying to kill a creeper with the katana. Just by regular swings like that. Okay, this is very long range. I probably shouldn't hit from here. Oh, I did! I wasn't expecting that. It actually takes a second to get there. It's and it looked like there was bullet drop, but it was nowhere near what I was expecting. So if I get like really good with sniping with this thing, I think I could. Obviously, the things you're trying to shoot need to be in render distance. Okay. There's no way I actually hit it from here, right? I did! The bullet drop, the travel distance on that is like way farther than I was expecting it to. I was expecting even on this long range one that the max distance was probably going to be about 20 blocks, and I feel like I was about 40 there. Like 2460. This is about where I took that shot from. 2460 or so. I took that shot from like 64 blocks away. I was not expecting that to hit. In the bullet drop, it was there. I aimed a little bit higher up and still hit my target, but it was like nowhere near what I was expecting. Plus, for some reason, I think the bullet traveled slower than an arrow. Like, obviously, I have a bow here. If I try the same thing from about 64 blocks away, I'm actually really surprised. I was expecting that to be like quite a bit shorter range than a bow, but I can't even hit that thing from here. There we go. And my shots from this distance actually go wide left or right a lot of the time. Like, I haven't aimed my cursor. I haven't moved my cursor, but it's changing which dummy I hit. Also, I was still doing the full 26 damage, despite the range, so I guess that's not a factor with those long range ones. It's a factor with, like, the short range ones, obviously. So, I did this testing on my own, not actually on camera, but I did test out, like, the matchlock pistol versus the matchlock blunderbuss pistol. And it seemed like the regular pistol was a okay range, not super far, but it had like a slight difference as far when you went farther out. And then the blunderbuss pistol, when you were like close up, it did like a lot of damage. It did actually did less. It actually hit multiple times. It like fired multiple projectiles, and each projectile had its own damage calculation. But then once you got farther away, the damage from each was actually getting lower individually as well, rather than just like you're not hitting all of them, so you're not doing full damage. It fired like pellets or something, and then the pellets that hit from like really close up did like 2 damage, and then it went down to like 1. It was like 4 damage down to like 2 to 1 or something like that. As far when you went farther and farther out, I don't remember the exact thing. This was like last. This was yesterday, like before I started recording yesterday's episode that I did this testing. But yeah, we finally got some of the high-end stuff going on. We can finally use this Derringer for a grand total of like 60 damage, point blank range shooting something. And we got our wheel lock long musket and our flintlock long musket. With both quite a bit more damage and quite a bit farther range than I was expecting. Okay, all that niter's done. And we're going to need to start making more black powder. Like, we run out quite a bit faster than I was expecting. Oh, I actually... Here, grab this, and this, and this. And like so, we instantly have more. So this can get stored in here. All this can get stored in here. Guess I'll store that gunpowder in here. And I'll keep these on me. Because oh boy, they're good. These are good. I should load these though and get more ammo for them. Because I have a feeling I'm going to be using these a lot. I should probably use the iron I stored in here rather than the one from my backpack, but it's fine. It's fine. I did the same thing like 4 times there. There. We now have 13 shots, technically, because we have one in the chamber. And enough gunpowder for 31. That shouldn't have been hard math, but apparently it was. I was thinking 31 divided by 2 is like 15.5, so I guess we have enough for 15 shots? No, I've already divided a 62 stack into 2. That's what I did here, not whatever I was doing. So, yeah, this is still, what? It's not drying. That might be an unimplemented thing, too. Spot's so cool, but some of the coolest stuff in it's just not implemented fully or correctly or at all. But anyways, I was looking at the time. I spent quite a bit more time on this than I was expecting. I was expecting to get to use these in like an actual setting, but I took too long on that one apparently. So, anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. I think I did like a back-to-back episodes of these now, because I obviously missed a few days. I think we're going to take a little break for tomorrow and maybe the next day. Then we'll be back with this. I have a dungeon I'm planning on clearing out. I'm going to do some more exploring off camera, hopefully find some cool stuff, and probably bring us back with some like village updates. A lot of stuff planned. So, anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you next time. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody.